And we're back with another piss service announcement. I'm Marcus, and today I'm going to make the collective sphincter of America squeeze shut. We're going to talk about guns and crazy people. Now, for some reason, we continue to do nothing while bodies pile up all across the country due to psychopaths who just go into public places and start blasting on fools because their mommy and daddy didn't hug them enough, or girls won't talk to them, whatever. Now, as I said before, I don't think we need to have a full-on gun ban. That's just a knee-jerk reaction to a bigger problem. And I don't like the knee-jerk reaction, unlike some people in this country, so we're not going to do that. I do, however, feel that we need some kind of regulation, because at the end of the day, guns are for three things: gathering food, self-defense, and according to our own Constitution, a well-regulated militia. With the key word there being well-regulated. We need to have regulations or people are going to start dying. Oh, wait. That's right. I find it very hard to believe that with all the advances in technology, we don't have something that can keep a gun from firing if it's in the wrong hands. Actually, we do have that. But research has been blocked by the gun lobby. I also find it hard to believe that the American people don't want a smart gun because it can be hacked. So it's a problem if a weapon could be fired by another person, but it's perfectly fine that I could go to somebody else's house, pick up their gun, and just start shooting it. Common sense, folks. Find it. The same thing needs to happen to guns that needs to happen to taxes. We need to close the loopholes. If you're a crazy person, you don't get a gun. If you have a previous gun-related crime, you don't get a gun. If you're on the FBI terrorist watch list, and this one shouldn't even have to be said, you don't get a gun. And if none of these things apply to you, then you should want the loopholes closed too, because they shouldn't be there in the first goddamn place. Alright, gun nuts, you can stop writhing in pain now. We're moving on from guns, we're going to move on to crazy people, because if there's one thing that every shooting since Columbine has had in common, it's that the killers were on some kind of mind-altering drug, whether it be an antidepressant or an anxiety medication. But, of course, you won't hear any of the news outlets talk about that. And if you're confused as to why you won't hear anything about that, go watch your local news at 5 o'clock. You'll see pretty quickly why they won't talk about it. The thing that worries me is when you look at online sources, psychiatrists are saying that there is no evidence of these drugs having any negative side effects that would cause violent behavior. And then they cite the FDA as the end-all of research for it. That's like doctors in the 80s citing the tobacco company when they were telling people that it was okay to smoke and it was good for you as people dropped over dead from lung cancer. I mean, of course the FDA is going to say it's not the drug's fault. They're probably being paid handsomely by the companies that make that drug. That explains why the drug can have 300 side effects, most of which worse than what the drug is there to cure, and still make its way onto the shelves. Between people blindly following the FDA and the NRA, it's no surprise we can't make any kind of progress in this country towards ending violence. Oh, and to the people out there who believe that everybody should be medicated, that is the last thing that needs to happen. If anything, we need to start taking ourselves off of our reliance on drugs and find other more constructive ways to deal with our problems, or just start writing videos on the internet. Either way works. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment. I can't wait to hear these. What do you think of guns or drugs? And until next week, have a good one.